We're on to lesson 5 now in this video series about data lakes and lake formation within AWS. Lesson 5, we're going to build a very simple ETL glue job. Actually, we'll build a couple of them using our data. And what this will do is transform our data from a format that is not quite queryable into something like Parquet or ORC format, which is columnar. Now, Parquet and ORC format are columnar data stores, and these are kind of specialized for data lakes. They store data in a columnar then row-based format that means that it's easy to query for big data purposes, especially when you're doing things like sums and group counts. If that doesn't make sense, don't worry too much about it. I'll leave a link in the description below about where you can go read how Parquet works. And in future videos, actually, I'll do one on Parquet so we can kind of have a deep dive on it. But for now, what we're essentially doing is taking data that's in a more row-based format and moving that into a more columnar format. Once we create our Glue job using Glue Studio, we'll schedule that job to run on demand, and then we'll get our AWS pumping data through ETL jobs. Let's get onto the console. If any more theory crops up, I'll kind of take a break in the middle of the demo and I'll explain what's going on then. Welcome back to lesson 5 on the console. So in this lesson, what we're going to do is create a Glue job to transform the data that we did the real-time ingest for last time. So go back into lesson 4 if you haven't done it already, and then join me in lesson 5. Quick look at Lake Formation, still got it open, top corner there. So in terms of databases, currently we only have ingest. Ingest is sitting over that bronze area. We're going to create a new one called silver. So that's create a new database. And this is going to be our silver database. So silver databases are usually data that's been verified. So I'm going to call this verified. And that location, as I said, is going to be inside our bucket, inside our silver, and select. And then I'm just going to put in that this is verified data. Oh, spelled verified wrong. Verified data helps then if I call that by the right name. And we create that database. So database now exists, has no tables in it yet. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is create a job. So let's go to jobs. This is a Glue job, and we're going to do it to create we're going to do it on the data that we have. So we want to add job. We want to call the job real-time ingest to Parquet. IAM role. This needs to have full permissions. If it doesn't, go create one. So go create IAM role. Create a Glue role has full permissions. I already have one. In fact, this will just need full Glue permissions. So let's go create IAM role. Let's go in. Let's create a role. Service we're going to use is Glue. Next permissions. I am going to be extremely lazy here and give it admin. Wouldn't do this in real life, but again, let's just keep things simple. Next tags, next review, give it a name, demo lake job, demo lake job, Glue. Again, copy that out, create the role. Role has been created. Back into the Glue console, copy and paste the name in. If you can't see it, hit the refresh. Demo glue lake job. Leave everything else as default for now. Let's go next. Okay, choose a source. We're doing real-time ingest. Next. Transform type. What we want to do is change the schema and new data source. Data target. We want to create a new table, funny enough. We want to use S3. We want to do Parquet this time. We don't have a connection yet. And we don't have a target path. Okay, target path. Let's go back into our S3 bucket, which is way over here now. Let's go into our silver layer. Let's create a new bucket, or create a new folder. Let's call this real time Parquet hyphen var for verified, and create that folder. Let's jump back into that Glue job. Let's go back into our target path. We're going to go my bucket, silver,
real-time Parquet. So we're basically going to move that data into this new table. That's what we want to do. You can see here we have mapping the whole way. That's exactly what we want. Save job and edit script. That should be us ready to go. Tells you what it's going to do down the left hand side. This is your code. You don't need to learn anything here. We're just in Glue Studio and we want to run the job. So let's run the job. Let's run job, and that's it off and running. This job will probably take about 3 or 4 minutes. You're built on a minute by minute basis, so it'll cost you a few cents, but it's well worth the money just to see this transformation happen and then it move into a new folder, new file. Okay, that's actually it finished now. If we just quickly go into the S3 console and we have a little look at the verified Parquet, you can see that our Parquet files have now been wrote down there. Let's just go back out onto the Glue console quickly. Let's close down this script. Let's go into tables or databases. Let's go into the verified database. Let's look at the tables. Okay, there's no tables here yet. What we do have though is the data and we have the location. So let's create another crawler. So let's add a crawler. Let's call this one real-time Parquet. And I should say that the Parquet format I chose is a columnar format, so it's ideal for data lakes. So next, crawler source, data stores, folders as usual. Path. Back in. This one, silver, real-time Parquet. Okay. Next. Add another data store. Nope. Service rule. Parquet. Real time. On demand. Choose the database. Verified. Next. Finish. Back in the Lake Formation. Back into data permissions. Back into grant. Copy and paste in the rule we've just created. Give it super and grant. Oh, sorry. On verified. All tables and grant. Brilliant. Back onto the Glue console. Back on the Parquet and run the crawler. What I should have mentioned before is the Parquet format is actually a columnar format that's ideal for data lakes. So our data came in JSON format and I've transformed it to Parquet. Parquet is actually quicker for searching in terms of Athena. So realistically what we do on data lakes while that's running is we land all our data in its various formats in bronze, and then we use jobs to move it across into the silver bucket, transforming it into a better file format. So that's usually Parquet or ORC. Parquet is kind of the industry standard these days. It's used throughout a wide range of apps and very widely accepted. And what that does is takes our data from being kind of row based to being columnar based, which means it's quicker to search. So just back onto that Glue console in a game while that's running. I'll refresh. You can see that it's actually added a table. That was pretty quick. We go into database, we go into verified, we go to tables and verified. It's got that real-time Parquet table, and you can actually see then it's got those columns. Now if we go back into Athena this time, so I'll just go here, type in Athena. Our query is probably still there from last time. It is. If we get rid of this, and you can see this time that we have a different database, so I can go to the verified database and I can say new query, and this time let's say I go select star from verified dot oh, we're in Athena, I forgot about that, so quotes from verified dot real time Parquet underscore verified colon wrong query. And you can see now that we're bringing back all that data we transformed to Parquet format. Okay guys, that's everything for today. As you can see, quite involved. We created a Glue job. We transformed that JSON data into Parquet format, which is a columnar storage file format for a data lake. We've allowed our data lake admin user to query that data through Athena. One more lesson to go. It'll be a bonus lesson. It's going to be how to ingest relational data from a database into our data lake. That's quite involved, so it'll set us its own lesson. We'll have to set up a database, get data in, and then move it. But for now, this is a really good start. I've been Johnny Chivers, and as usual, I'll make all this information for free on my website, www.johnnychivers.co.uk. And until next time, thanks for watching.